Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives. Right, I've got another video for you, and it's one of my favourite videos to do. This is our travelling knife series. I love this series really. It's only just sort of kicked off. I've put a knife out there and it's sort of come back to me already. Paddy's sent a Jack Wolf knife out on the second run, and this is MB_EDC's turn, and he has sent out a Real Steel RB-5. So why I love this series is because it gives you a chance to try stuff in the collection that you wouldn't necessarily go out and buy yourself. And it's good. It opens your eyes up to a few things. This was a knife that I necessarily weren't that interested in when it first came out, but since I've had it in hand and I've sort of used it a bit, I it's growing on me day by day. I probably will end up picking one of them up, I think. Maybe not straight away. But yeah, no, definitely something that I'm interested in now, and I've really enjoyed carrying it. Right, some of the channels that are involved in this, we've got Slipjoint Sawyer. Again, I say it every time, he's created a Discord group that a lot of us are in, and it's really getting popular now, but really is a good place. If you're a big knife fan, it's such a good outlet. I'm on there daily, and I speak to a lot of these guys daily now, and I'm really close friends with them now, and it's just a really good place to have a laugh, bit of banter, share some knives. He's got a selling page, and you can pick up some bargains. It's just a really good place to knock about and chat. What we've got Sussex EDC that's in the series. My mate Ant. Brilliant channel, it does a lot of EDC stuff, so if that's your jam, go check him out. Then you've got the man, the myth, the legend, which is Paddy's Potato Peelers. He's actually started coming on the Discord a bit now and putting some stuff on, which we all appreciate. It's always good chatting to Paddy. And then, so MB_EDC sent this one out. He's a great guy, a big wind-up merchant though. You know you are, mate, but us in the UK, we love him at wind-up merchant. MB's on the Discord, and he's somebody that sort of gives the banter out and can take it. He's a really good guy to have a laugh with on there. So, but yeah, loves winding me up. Knows how to push my buttons, and I'm sure he enjoys it. But yeah, cheers, Mark. Right, who else we got? We've got Toad on the Hill, which during this I found out don't live too far from me. So hopefully I'm going to knock on and see him soon, and go around there and we can show each other our knife collections. Have a good old catch up, cup of tea, mate. That's definitely on the cards. What else we got? Who else? We have got the one and only Gadget Gus. Now, Gadget Gus has had some serious health issues recently, and he's my thoughts and prayers go to you, mate. I know you're on the mend now, but just take care of yourself, buddy. We need you in this community. He's always been a big supporter of my channel, and he's just a brilliant guy, really supportive guy in the community. Does some absolutely quality videos. But just a great guy, and thoughts and prayers to him, and I hope you're looking after yourself, mate. Right, let's talk about the knife then. Right, so what he sent to me, Mark was nice enough he sent me some. This is what came in the parcel. So we got, and I think this is probably what they gave to people on the first drop of this knife, because it's not been out very long, and I think there was a promotional thing. If you bought the knife, you got some free scales with it, or some reduced scales. So he sent the orange ones, and this is what they call the natural G10. He sent the cloth, which is massive, with the Real Steel logo on it. And then he sent me, now it does come with a pocket clip. It's the wired pocket clip, similar to a Spyderco, which I love. It's probably really cheap for the manufacturer to make, but it's very discreet and they work really well. He's got the specifications there if you'd like to pause. But yeah, we'll go through them anyway. And then Real Steel always do a really good job of their sort of maintenance and how to look after the knife. They show you an exploded view here of how, the makeup of the knife itself. So they're all the things that came with the package. And we're going to put some scales on there, and I'll show you how easy it is, even behind the camera. But right, let's have a look at the specifications. So it's a 2 3/4 inch blade. It's a 3.5 inch closed length. It's got a reversible clip. As you can see, I'll use these. The clip works really well. So essentially, it's only one T6 screw on either side holding these scales on, so it's so easy to swap them over. And then on each scale you have this profile, and that's what the pocket clip sits in. Now I've used this pocket clip, but I wanted to try it with and without, and it works really well, and it's really discreet carry, deep pocket clip. But yeah, I thought it suited it more not having it on there and just being a bit of a pocket dropper. But I like this whole design and how the scales fit on and how the pocket clip fits on. So like I say, it's such an easy way to disassemble and just whack them on. Now they do give you some spare T6 screws, because we all know they like to go walkabouts when you're doing things. So yeah, they sent it in this rather cute little baggie, some spare screws. Right, should we do some, I'll show you the cost of it then, and I can put some stuff up on the screen. So I'm going to use dollars, and I went directly to the Real Steel website. So the standard version of this, which comes with either a black or ivory G10, and the ivory really does look nice. I don't know if it would get dirty after a while or messed up, but I really do like that ivory colour. Now that's $60, and that's with the knife and obviously your scale. So just your knife there, $60. If you want to change it up and get some separate covers for it, some separate scales, they're $15.50. And they've got a wide variety of colours that you can pick up. They also do a $70 version, and that either comes with Autumn or Micarta, and I'll put them both on the screen. Micarta would be the one for me. I think that looks really nice personally, and I think it's worth the extra $10 just to have that micarta. And then if you wanted to make it look really premium, it's $50 for the titanium or copper or brass they do, just for those more premium scales. Obviously the cost of things goes up and down, and there's usually deals to be had now and again and discounts and all the rest of it, but for this standard knife, it's $60. I think that's a good deal, personally. I think that's good for that, because it's N690 blade steel. And yeah, I don't think that's a bad deal, really, for what you're getting. I think that's a fair price, really good price. But yeah, so let's have a look at the knife then. So when it first came to me, the G10 sort of scales, I thought looked a bit cheap. I'm not going to lie to you, I thought they looked a bit cheap. But when I got it in hand, and that's why this travelling knife series is really good, when I got it in hand it made sense. So you've got this faux bolster. Now that is really slippy and not very grippy. And I hate the word faux bolster, by the way, because it's all one sort of, but they've just done this cutout to make it look like a bolster. And then, but this milled out part here is so grippy. So as soon as I got it in hand, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I still think I'd probably go for the micarta version, because that just looks cool. But yeah, right, so let's have a walk around the knife. So Real Steel seem to do this jimping on underneath, and they've done it. So I have got a Real Steel. I've got the Real Steel Luna. I love this knife. I got it when it first came out. The quick thumb stud is not standard. I added that. Real Steel really do a good job of like their billboarding. They don't put, so it's just got Real Steel on one side and small writing, and then this is a poltergeist design, and it's just got his symbol there. But and then it's just got a small. This is obviously in D2, and this is in N690. But yeah, really small etched part on that tang. No made in China, which I appreciate. I hate when they put the made in China on the tang stamp, but obviously they both are made in China. So yeah, like I was saying, so they seem to put this jimping underneath, which does work quite well actually, and does give you a bit of grip under there. It seems to be a Real Steel thing. But yeah, this is my other Real Steel. This is the Luna. I love this thing. I got it when it first came out. This is the Heine Hain edition. This has a really nice deep pocket clip as well. They've gone for like a pen. It looks exactly like a pen. Really discreet carry. But I love this thing. Brilliant. But right, back to this one. And that's what I mean. Sometimes you go with a brand, and like I say, I've never had the issues with Real Steel, so you feel confident in buying another one, I think. And this it's a lovely. I love that blade shape. It comes in two blade shapes. This is the drop point. They do one in a clip point also. You've got a nice bit of swedging on the blade here, and then they've got this modern long nail nick here. It's sort of pinchable opening, but then obviously you can use that. It did come very sharp. I've used it a wee bit, and I've just done a bit of light stropping, but I believe that's the factory edge. And if we have a look at that now, it's quite even, to be fair, and quite a nice factory edge. It does come up slightly on this bit, but pretty much really nice, and it is so sharp. Really is sharp. But yeah, I wouldn't feel bad in pushing this knife, really. I think and saying, you know, it's worth the money, because you won't. It's for a tool and a knife. It's good. I think it's good value for what you're getting. And I probably will pick one of these up for the collection after having it, because I've really enjoyed carrying it, and it's a nice knife. Right, should we do some comparisons? So Heineken do a real steel Barlow in titanium in N690. That's retailing over here for $74.95. That also looks quite nice. Rough Rider Reserve also do sort of a modern take of traditionals, using more modern materials like micarta and things like that in D2 steel. People are probably going to grim at that. Micarta we see as being modern, obviously. I think it has been used quite a bit, but yeah. So obviously, I'm a Boca fan. Boca use N690 also, and micarta. So if you wanted more of a modern looking traditional with some more modern knife materials, they also do sort of a Boca Barlow, and I'll put a few pictures of that in there. That they can be a bit pricey over here, not so much. For me, one that I want to get in the collection, I love the line steel. Sort of, they do a dom. I'll put a picture up there. They do the round head, and they do the shuffler. Now that is a bit more expensive than this. They are made in Italy. They use M390 blade steel, but there's such a wide range in all three of those for cover materials and things like that. And they do like an integral titanium bolster on that with different handle materials. And that's always something, ever since they brought that out, is one that I wanted in the knife collection. But right, let's get back to this. So this is like a more cheaper version of some of them, I would say, and for that, it's got a good reason to have one in the collection, really, for that price point. And I've really enjoyed carrying this, to be honest. It has really, I really do like it. I generally do. And like I say, you've got the option of having the pocket clip or not having the pocket clip. The pocket clip works really well, and if you were going to work maybe outside or on a job and you wanted to know where it was all the time and easier for it to get out, you could put a quick thumb stud on this to make it sort of really sort of one-handed. But yeah, it's just a decent knife. I'm quite impressed with it. It's got your traditional real steel 1/3 stop. Usually, obviously, a traditional half stop is in the half position, but this has got that 1/3 just to protect it. Your hand, if it closes, it just means it won't bite in so much. Let's have a look at the blade centering, bang down the middle. But yeah, just a really decent knife. Right, I messed this up on my last take, and I don't know how I managed to do that. It's probably because I've got this big old knife stand in front of me. But let me reassure you, taking these covers off is so easy, because essentially you've just got a T6 screw on either side, and they're so easy to change out. The only thing that's a little bit awkward, and even that's not that awkward, is the pocket clip. So essentially it works where it slides into these. There you are. It's that awkward. So I've just proved myself wrong there, but it just sits into that profile and then clamps itself in. So it's just, you know, I'm an engineer and I appreciate really good design like this. And it's such a simple but effective design. And there's that pocket clip in the profile there. But I'm not going to put that back on because I'm going to carry this a wee bit more before I get rid of it. But let's change those scales out just to show how easy it is. And we'll put the natural G10 ones on, shall we? But yeah, so essentially it's just and can I just quick shout out for this thing? Love it. I've had it a while, not used it much for sharpening, as you can tell, but it's a sharpener, but also it carries a T6, a T8 and a T10 in the central bit here, and they really do fit snugly, so you've got no fear of losing them. But they're really good if you're going away on holiday and you're taking a few knives with you or anything like that. It's just a handy thing to have if you ever need to touch up a blade or disassemble your moderns or tighten something up. It's just a really, and it's key ring size, and so it's quite inexpensive, but yeah, really good thing to have, I think, as a nice knife lover. Right, I'm not going to do another take of this, so if I knock the camera or anything daft like that, we're just going to go with it. So we'll take both of them off. But yeah, I hope we don't wear the threads out for you, MB, by the time this comes back to you with everybody having a go at doing this. But it's such an easy thing to do. And like I say, I love the fact it's just 2 T6s. And then you've got a brand new looking knife. And how these work, they almost like work on runners, as you can see there. And it just slots in sort of thing. So really, really easy. And we can have a look at the knife without the scales on. Like I say, it's been milled out to save on weight there. But yeah, just like I say, it's quite a really unique way of doing a knife, isn't it, really? So, and there you are, just bang, just fits straight back on there. So easy and just a brilliant design, really. Like I say, I'm really surprised with the knife, really am, and I've really enjoyed carrying it. I probably will end up picking one up at some point, definitely. Well, we'll just put the other one on. Sorry, I was doing that off camera then for a minute. But yeah, they just slot on these runners and just slide into, there we go. So look, so simple. And that's what I'm talking about with the pocket clip there. It'll fit in there either way. But yeah, thanks for this, Mark. Appreciate getting this one in hand and giving it a try. But yeah, as simple as that, and you've got a brand new looking knife, essentially. But yeah, really impressed with this one. Thanks for that, Mark. And there you are, the Real Steel RB-5. Right, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.